Oh, you like the interceptor
Oh,
policemen, do you?
love them.
The,
Love them.
like a man in uniform, do you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bounce. Yes, brother. How are you? You alright? Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Hiya, man.
Do you know what he wants? He wants a puppuccino. Come here, Biggs.
He's made a mistake then, hasn't
Yeah, he has. Yeah. Yeah, good, bro. Tired. I didn't finish work till like 12 last night, so I'm tired. Yeah. I had a call out to do last night around here, so KO'd. Would normally be at my boxing session this morning, but Martin's had to cancel or rearrange because he's doing up his missus' house. I was going to hit the bag. Don't have time for that now. We need to build. So I wouldn't normally have a coffee either because of my Crohn's, but because I've done a lot of gut healing for the past 2 weeks, I can afford one of these this morning. So 2 weeks of discipline for one espresso. Sit down. Come on, man, we've got stuff to do. There you go. Boom. Right, thanks, lads. See you soon. Is that nice? Yes. Yeah, I'm buzzing. Oh, I'm annoyed I can't go on this now.
When you punched that bag, what were you thinking about?
My day. Yeah. Just getting my heart rate up a bit, get my hands moving, get my core twisting, because I get a sore back. So basically, if I don't do any sort of boxing and I have time off, my back, because of my Crohn's, really starts killing me off. So all this rotation helps with my back. Basically, a lot of the disciplines that you have around boxing, I practice for like everyday life and to do with my Crohn's. So like this is here, this is to strengthen up your jaw. So like sometimes I'll drive around with this and throw it in. And this is like the beginner one. So I ain't even mastered this one yet. Throw it in like that. And drive around doing it. And strengthen up all your jaw. Because I can't train how I used to be able to train, something that I'm dealing with the fatigue of Crohn's. If I do like one hard session, it wipes me out a little bit. So what I do is I train every day. So I do little bits every day. I call it the 23 method. So I do 23 press-ups, 23 sit-ups, 23 squats, 23 bow and arrows both sides, and 23 bands for my glutes. And if I do that every single day, 365 days a year, that's 8,395 reps on each exercise, and combined that's over 50,000 reps just to keep my body in shape. So that's the type of stuff I like to do, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so 23 is my number. So I was born on the 23rd, my daughter was born on the 23rd, so that number's big in my house. Also, my uncle, who I'm named after, was also murdered on the 23rd. So 23's got life indefinite, and literally everywhere that I've driven as well this year, because it's the year 23, I see it everywhere. Just picking up some flowers for my nana. She's just had a knee replacement, so we need some milk as well. Need to get my nana some milk. I believe when you spend time with your family, it should be the most precious moments of your life. So just try and find balance. Sometimes it's not, obviously it's hard now with the economy and people having to work very, very hard. I know some people working 2-3 jobs just to stay afloat, just to keep the house. So I'd say just try and find balance, man. And when you are with the kids, just come off your phone and just be present, because I've actually found that because I miss my kids so much, when I do see them, I don't want any sort of distraction. So when I come off my phone and I'm just present, it almost feels like I spent more time with them because I've been there the whole time with them, talking to them. And that's the hardest thing in life, I think, is finding balance, because we have so many nice things around us that aren't necessarily that good for us that we can just abuse. You know, there's vape pens, for example. There's sugar in all our foods. There's, you know, you can make yourself really, really unwell if you don't have balance in your life. So this is where me and my brother spent a lot of our time when we were younger, over that field just over there. So we basically grew up here, so on a morning we go to see Martin, boxing session, and I come straight here, catch up with my nana, get a cold shower, because this is the best place for cold showers, and then I go straight to work. Go on then.
That's it. Antonio, walk behind you.
Well done, Nana, strong.
Yeah.
So she can do that on the chair then, so put the chair out and then push your knee down into the chair. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so the first one is circulation exercise. So we need to do 10 reps on each side. So start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, strong, 5, 6, 2, nice. Once it's done then. We don't do the right knee at all.
No, it was just the rotation of the ankle.
I'm making you do double. Sorry, Nan.
No,
But
no,
to be
it won't
honest-
hurt me because it doesn't matter because there's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
I know that
okay.
won't hurt.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't, it
yeah.
doesn't matter if you think that she's going to benefit from doing it on both.
Sorry, Nana, it's got to be done. Yeah.
Right, well, you get worse. You
I know.
see, they're making you do both.
10 on here. I bet you wish I didn't come now.
No, I wish I'd shut my mouth.
2, 1, nice. This one now. Squeeze, push it down as much as you can. Hurting. Alright.
No, it's all right.
Alright, yeah. Squeeze there as tight as you can. Squeeze. 10, 9.
Look on her face.
She's feeling, I can tell you're feeling, aren't you? You shut
Turn your camera on.
Whoa, Nana, you're going backwards.
I've laid on the floor.
That knee down. That's it, yeah. And you hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good. That was fairly easy on that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's. I can do that now.
Yeah.
I know which way to do it.
Yeah. It's saying the right words to you, isn't it? To
Yeah.
get what it, to get what it is.
Yeah.
Push your leg backwards. What do you mean?
Pretend you're talking to someone.
Yeah. That's it. And then we're almost done. A mini squat.
You've no. Are you having a laugh?
Who's asking you to do mini squats on a knee replacement? Stand up straight in front of a kitchen sink and hold firmly. You be in sync, Nana? We'll give it a go, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're doing
I'm
well
willing
here,
to have
though.
a go.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. You've got a strong heart, Nana. Oh, Nana,
Go on.
is it not Formula 1 this week? It's next week.
Is it next week?
I think
Oh,
so. Have you got that
right.
list? Where's that list of the races? Is it up there
yeah.
near T?
I'm not sure where I've put it again.
Oh, it's here, look.
Oh,
So, Dutch Grand Prix 27th. So it's next week, isn't it?
that's next weekend.
Yeah,
yes.
so we've got one more week to wait.
Right. And is that the last one?
No, there's loads. That's
Oh,
we're
good.
pretty much halfway through the season.
Oh, good.
So we've got another
Good.
12 races or so,
Good.
hopefully.
Which F1 drivers are we supporting?
Oh, Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis
Come
Hamilton.
on.
Yes.
Do you even need to ask?
I don't like
greatest of
the
all time.
bloody Max. He spits his dummy out and throws his toys out of the pram.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's interesting how the dads are always in the background. It's nice.
Well,
that,
you'd
I
be the
like that.
same
100%.
if it was Jackson.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's get him karting.
Yeah. Yes. So that's your future sorted.
That's it. Yeah, well, I'm coach. I told him that a couple of weeks ago. I said, I'm your coach now.
There you
So we
go.
train together, we run together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He started doing calisthenics as well now, so he can do pull-ups.
I see.
Yeah, he's really strong, Nana. Right, so we've got the squats now. Can you try and get your feet in alignment? Yeah, that's good. So now we've got the squats, so we're just going to have to dip a little bit. That's it. 1. Nice, and then push back up. Nice. I'll let go then, yeah?
Yeah.
8. Nice. Strong. 2 more. Nice. Smashed it. Yeah, it's nice to have the company though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, because I don't have company at all.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you've got me that comes down, Donald comes down.
Yeah,
And
Don's
Rosalind.
coming tomorrow. It's Friday today, isn't it?
Yeah, Donald
Yeah,
coming at
Don's
weekend.
coming tomorrow.
Yeah. They were incredible at hospital with Summer, you know.
Oh, but is she all right
really-
again now?
Yeah, well, she was throwing up this morning when I left.
Well, that might be the
So-
anaesthetic, or have they given her something?
She's on a lot of meds for the pain,
Yeah.
but her voice has gone all squeaky. It's really cute.
Oh,
Really squeaky. It's so cute, Nana.
it'll come back.
Yeah.
Because your mum went through it, didn't she?
Yeah.
And your mum was poorly because she had to have a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen Mum close to dying a couple of times.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. She's got such a strong will, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But she's such a strong will, and I knew she's been like that since you were little. As soon as she could crawl over the doorstep, I knew she was trouble.
Yeah.
She's had a mind of her own,
She
and you
hasn't
couldn't
she?
change her.
No.
And she'd been through so many different stages. She'd been through the punk stage, where she used to go into Leeds and all chains and all in black and boots, and people used to walk round her because they were terrified of her.
Well, I've had to deal with the same thing because having tattoos and being a man of colour,
Yes.
people can feel like they don't really
Well, how
wanna...
many times have you... I remember Harrison was stopped in his car once as soon as he started driving. Jazz was stopped in the street just for riding his bike.
There you go.
But then he learnt the particular thing that meant that the police can't harass you like that. And I remember him quoting it to this police.
Yeah, you got to know the law. Oh, you like the interceptor
Oh,
policemen, do you?
love them,
Do you,
love them. A lot of people do. If they see him on the street, they all go out and shake their hand and give him a hug.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like a man in uniform, do you know?
absolutely.
I love that. I love that.
Police interceptors is good though.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really
Yes,
good.
they don't mess about now, do they?
No.
Oh, it's interesting, isn't it?
And the fella John Thompson that narrates it, he's hilarious as well. And then something will happen, and he'll just say, "Oh well, that's been you told."
Yeah.
What else do you like watching?
The proms
What's
at the Royal Albert Hall.
All right.
I've been watching a pianist that was on the first night of the proms.
Did you play piano?
I did,
Yeah.
from being 5.
Right, right.
Yeah, but I used to cheat, Tony. I was supposed to practice for half an hour every night after school, and I used to turn the clock on. And nobody noticed.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, we've got a very, very
He said,
busy
"Well,
day.
there's no flipping crumbs at this house now."
Man, I wish I had time for a little power nap like that. You don't realise that he's not going home till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
Long day today, Nana.
Is it?
Yeah, back-to-back haircuts till about 12, 1 o'clock.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And I've not had my boxing session this morning, so I'll have a bit more energy. But imagine before I do the boxing session, then go do that shift.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Time to bounce.
Let's go.
Time to get on with the day.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to have my cuppa that your mum made me.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
That is mine.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
what's up that,
I keep looking at it in case it moves.
Remember when you used to pick us up from school?
Yes.
Homemade pizzas.
That's right.
Growing up in that field.
You used to do your pizzas here.
Yeah.
Your mum bought the bases, and then
Yeah.
you used to decorate them.
Yeah. It's mad to think people forget about all that.
Grandparents have they needed more and more because more and more people are working longer.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very
And
good
the
point, actually.
grandparents are getting younger, so they have more energy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
Wise words, man.
yeah.
Wise words, right. I love you loads.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll
And
call you over the
you.
weekend to love you
Yes.
loads.
Yes.
Oh, we got some nice pictures that my mum's just passed me from my nana's. That's my grandpa Gordon at Hardest Working Man Avenue. Me and my brothers and my cousin. So obsessed with racing back then, man. Did not come out of that go-kart. Obsessed. That's me as a baby. Chunky chops. That looks a bit like summer. That looks like JJ. That. That's my grandpa Gordon. Oh, there's me on a bike. So that's in that field just down there. So now on to Street Lane. We were supposed to be going to Headingley to pick up some contracts that I need to pick up, but as I was talking to my nana, I realised that it'd be more valuable just to spend more time with her. I've been reading this book called Strength Finder. It talks about working on people's strengths rather than their weaknesses. Say for example in school you got an A, and then on a certain subject you got a D or an E. You'd automatically be pushed towards the lower grade and improving that when in fact it's not what you're actually interested in. You should be pushed towards whatever you got an A in because it's something that you naturally enjoy if you've done better at that subject, do you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I've started to think, especially with the team as well, like Jax, you know, and just everyone around me, to be honest with you, just playing to everyone's strengths rather than going, oh, this person doesn't do this and this person didn't do that. Actually thinking about, no, what do they do, you know, that adds value, that I'm grateful for, and then we'll work more towards that, rather than going, oh, you're not doing this, or can you just improve on that, because you just start getting annoying to people, do you know what I mean? I want Jax to feel like a home, you know, where everyone's just got each other's backs. This week's been a bit of a mad week. I had the kids on Monday, trimmed Monday night calisthenics. Tuesday worked all day, back to back in Headingley. Tuesday night taught at Street Lane till 10. Then Wednesday was up at 5 in the morning with my missus for my daughter's tonsils out, which is one of the hardest things we've ever done. Yeah, seeing your 4-year-old get put under, and then also we couldn't wait on the same floor as her, let alone the same ward, and that really frustrated me. So I had to wait on the floor lower. I just wanted to wait outside the door. And also, when she first wakes up, she doesn't see you, she sees like a day nurse or something, or play nurse.
so that was hard to deal with, but she was an absolute trooper. And then gone straight into work yesterday, went street lane back to back, didn't finish till 12, couldn't sleep until 2. I started meditating, but I started meditating on things that I needed to do rather than trying to switch off. So my son was gutted that I left this morning actually, but I explained to him that every summer holiday I'll get more and more time with him. That's the goal. And then my daughter was throwing up, bless her, with mummy rubbing her back. This is why if I leave the house, I make sure that I'm not messing around. I'm adding value to my life and my family's life. I'm not procrastinating, because the people I really would like to be around is my family most of the time. But sometimes I'll miss them on the morning and miss them on the night, so I won't see them for like 2 days. Do you know what I mean? But because my son's a bit older now, so I can explain to him like, look, we've got 2 days together, just me and you. I used to have a lot of guilt towards not being there, but I got a life coach, and I realise in actual fact it's disempowering to think like that. And it's not forever, it's only temporary. And my kids have a great life, do you know what I mean? Yes, brother. Is it XL? Bigger? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Fire. I'm definitely grabbing that. Sick,
Which one is you, bro?
That's my cousin. He's a sick graffiti artist, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's a creator just like me, bro. Check out his crops though. Does that mean I'm going to see you for a bit more? Do you know what it is? We're used to it now though, you know.
Yeah.
Like me and Mark have done some shifts where we're both looking at each other like, what the fuck are we doing here? But we've trained ourselves up for it now.
You look after people, don't you?
That's it, bro. You need to be here when people need you to be here. Yes, bro. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, man, good.
You met Marcus before?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah. Right, jumping call.
Yo, my chest is so tight, to be fair.
Because he wants to keep the curls going with the grain. He wants to take the curls off and go against it. So as you can see here, this is how you get the waves, man. With the flow. Crown grows around and forward. But me and Carl have been really good friends. Out of anyone I know, he's probably had the best upbringing of any person I've ever met. But it's a lot of international schools, isn't you, bro?
Yeah, born in South Africa and then moved to Belgium for secondary school, came to the UK for uni, and then moved back to Switzerland for work afterwards, and then came back here. Now I've settled down.
The one thing I like about Carl though is he's kept his friends from childhood, man, and they all keep in touch. They're really, really tight, and there's a lot of them as well, isn't there, Carl?
Yeah.
I've never been invited to a stag do before.
Have you not?
No, I've got one tomorrow. We're going axe throwing and quad biking, and then for a meal, and I'm going to dip when everyone starts drinking.
I mean, you sure it's not your stag do? Because that sounds right up your alley.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I never had a stag do, man. Never had one. That's because I made my best man my 5-year-old child. So afro hair is all about preparation. You prepare before you throw the fade in. You want to throw the fade in or lines in when you've not prepared the hair on top. So now I'll come up with a 1.5 and I'll come down with everything. It just creates less of a line. And these ergos allow you to go very, very high, flick out, and leave it nice and soft. Quite a lot of people find it hard with afro hair to cut it because it goes in that many different directions, but this is my bread and butter, you know. Right, so we're going in with a half now. So we created that canvas. Pretty much set the shape up out here now because we go high with the fade. It suits him. Drop it around the occipital bone. I always do a half instead of a 0, especially with afro hair, but this fade process I use on every single haircut pretty much. It just adapts it slightly. So half in there, half on, set to a 0.25, so it makes it a 0.75. Tap that line up a bit higher. I tend to do like half a head and then spin them in the mirror and copy the other side, so it's like you're copying your drawing, do you know what I mean? See on that side there, and I'm just going to copy the artwork on this side. So now I'm going to go in with a 0.25 on that 0 line. This is just trigger play now, so I'm going to go from a 0.25. That pushes some of the weight up, open up to a half, go higher, just don't press as hard, and then brave it before you 0 in that bottom line at the bottom, otherwise it won't fade in. You've got to hit 0 with 0, otherwise it will not blend. Then I will check that in the mirror, just a bit of weight that's to be done there. You see? So I'll keep my finger on it, spin it round, get to work. But I can just go like that with my hand, and something will just happen.
You do it blindfolded?
I would try it.
Yeah.
I would try it. I need a volunteer.
Maybe
though.
that's what we should do next.
Yeah, I need a volunteer.
Blindfold
though. Yeah.
Alright, I'm the perfect guy for it because I'm not really bothered.
Yeah, you down?
Yeah, always, man.
Okay.
It's a challenge video.
I'm gonna have to just like get a thingy of your head.
My son might not hug me, but we'll cross that bridge.
So it is a case of like good gear doesn't make a good barber.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. It helps though. Saves you time as well. So this narrow bit of the comb will just comb all those hairs out. 1.5. I fade out from the corner here and then work upwards. So the 1.5 that way, corners. One closed. Fuck that off. One open. So all the time when I shape up the front, that shape will inspire me for the beard then. Move my hitters which are 0 gaps. These are nice and tight, these clippers. And your aim is to try and get as neat a 90-degree angle in that corner as you can without taking his hairline too far back. You back and forth, top, side. Don't go too far forward. You don't want to cut his jawline off either, like that. He needs to flow behind his ear. So that's it, done. Beard nice and high, beard fade. Really happy with that. So that is a 4 forwards with the grain, 0 at the bottom, beard fade from this corner, diagonal look, kept some length at the front, with the chin here. The only other thing that I'll probably do is like a bit of clipper over comb. That's it, done.
Oh, thank you.
Do a few more. Show them what you do, bro.
No, just tell me because my
Come. He wants to look pumped when he's cutting hair, innit? That's it, that's how we stay strong. We've got to get it done, haven't you? Respect, Mark.
Thank you, brother.
Big respect, bro. You kind of need to fly through the haircut so you've got more time for refinement at the end. Which is one of my favourite things to do, man. Just skimming over afro hair, sculpting, artwork in it. And I've got to decide which clipper I use for which part of the fade because it makes a big difference. So I said to you before, we're going to go in with this, into some of this bulk with the boosted, and then I'll switch to my ergos to try and get a bit of a softer, smoother fade. Not saying that the boosted don't get a smooth fade, but it's a bit more forgiving. They allow for more room for error to my ergos. So with these boosted, if you do one wrong movement wrong when you 0 gaps them, you're just going to hear and that's not a good sound as a barber. You don't want to hear that noise. Normally with Marine's hair, or anyone's hair, if I didn't know the shape of haircut, I'd do this too all the way around. So I make sure I'm going in the same place, but I've done Marine's hair that many times now, I know it, that back of my hand. So look, I'll just tell you the clippers completely on the side and I'm just picking hairs, so you can almost pluck them out. This is a technique as well that's taken me a good part of 7 years to design, back and forth. I try one fade process, one thing didn't work, I'd throw it out, throw something else in. So I found something that I can do on every hair type, but not only that, I can teach this to people as well. So I did step 5 to the top, step 4, close the lever slightly. And you can always go back to step 3, mid fade, to that line there. It might not look like a line to you guys at home, but it does to me. I'm barely holding onto the clippers now, like, I'm only holding onto the clippers enough so they don't drop on the floor. Very light touch. All refinement at this point, and the more you pick at your trim like this, over the minutes that you do it, it'll just get softer and softer in appearance. You just got to be patient with that for hair, you really do. Now we're just copying the artwork in the mirror, making it match up. Every now and then, just refer back to your previous work. Shape-wise, go back. Use your corners. Go to the back, make sure it's symmetrical. And then loose hair. Look, now you go quiet, you don't say nothing. Look, the camera's on you, bro. Don't be shy, bro.
No, I'm never shy, bro. You know.
Pleasure. Episode 2, thoroughly enjoyed that. You got a bit of an insight to my relationship with my nana. Always important to pay respect to your elders, look after them. You see me indulge in just really enjoying cutting afro hair. I absolutely love cutting afro hair, so I'm really glad that we got to cover that today. Stay tuned for episode 3. We'll see you soon. Peace.